Imagine a football player so powerful that his words could stop a war. This is the story of a player who used a big win to call for peace in his country. In 2005, Ivory Coast was a country torn in two by a civil war. For 3 years, the South and the North had been fighting, and people were suffering. Families were separated, lives were in danger, and no one knew if things would ever get better. Then something amazing happened. The Ivory Coast national football team won a huge match, which meant they were going to the World Cup for the first time ever. The whole country was celebrating. But even though the team had just made history, one player knew this moment could mean even more. But outside the stadium, the country was still divided. People were still angry, and the fighting was still going on. The player realized that he had a rare chance to speak to everyone at once. So, he stepped forward with his teammates and knelt in front of the cameras. He looked straight into the lens and begged his people to stop fighting.
On vous a prouvé aujourd'hui que toute la Côte d'Ivoire peut cohabiter, peut jouer ensemble pour un même objectif, se qualifier pour le mondial. Vous nous avez promis que cette fête allait rassembler le peuple. Aujourd'hui, on vous demande, s'il vous plaît, on se met à genoux. Pardonnez.
He asked everyone in Ivory Coast to lay down their weapons and come together as one. But even though his words were powerful, he knew it might not be enough. Some people still felt hurt and angry. Could words really bring peace to a country so divided? So, he came up with an even bolder idea. He proposed holding a football match in the North, where the rebels were in control. He wanted people from both the North and South to come together to watch the game, no matter how risky it might be. It was a huge gamble. What if things went wrong? What if this game made things worse? But the team and the fans went for it. On the day of the match, something incredible happened. People from both sides showed up to cheer together. For the first time in years, the country felt united. Everyone was there for the same reason, to watch their team together as one country. And when the game ended, something had shifted. Leaders from both sides felt the impact of that moment and agreed to come together to discuss peace. Not long after, a ceasefire was announced. And that player? His name was Didier Drogba.